Ms. Rafa Islam, absent 32, and I will discuss about comparisons of two news. And the first news is in a football article in BBC, present day European football, specifically in the context of UEFA Champions League match played in February 2026. It reports on ongoing investigation and reaction within the sport communities as clubs prepare for upcoming matches. Vinicius Junior got racism uh, by Argentinian players Cristianini. And the second news is a TED Talk. TED Talk was delivered in 2017 at TED event and remains relevant because it's a tackle long-standing social issue rather than immediate current events. It's set more broadly, primarily centered on U.S. context or racial disparities, but the lessons apply globally. In contrast, the self-talk by David R. Williams is educational and analytical. Williams explained why racism still matters to health outcomes by drawing on research that shows racial discriminations led to measure stress response to the body, decrease access to quality care, and persistent inequalities regardless of economic status. He used stories and specific evidence to illustrate the deep, ongoing impact of racism on people's lives, showing that the racism effects go far beyond what we might see in a single event or just a headline. So the different, no, the comparison between these news is the BBC Sports article focuses on a specific incident in sports of how individuals and organizations respond to alleged racial abuse. It is concrete, even-based, and focused on accountability within sport context. The TED Talk examines the systematic and structural impact of racism on health, arguing that discrimination accumulates over time and cause real harm beyond the isolated incidents. It is a broad, research-based exploration of why racism will always harm the society well-being. Together, this speech shows how racism can appear in different domains, from the very public, high-stakes world and world football, and to the everyday life experience that affect people long-term health and mental health also. They remind us that racism is not only a headline or just people just saying like that, but it's making a controversy, but also complex social problem with deep lasting effect that it affects people in the world. Thank you for watching.